You saw complete competition between those two guys.
No doubt. So Klay Thompson, now a Maverick, returning to Golden State. And 18,000 of those captain's hats. Steph Curry,
wow,
showing you how much that meant to him as this game came right down to it. Final 3:10, he scored a dozen, and he got
and a lot of something else there.
That was tremendous.
A lot of love, a lot of love.
Remember that feeling when your best friend moved away? Now imagine that friend coming back, but as your rival. That's exactly what Steph Curry felt when Klay Thompson returned to Chase Center. Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to our channel. It makes such a huge difference to us. Thank you so much. Now, back to the video. The bond between these two is legendary, but on this night, it was put to the ultimate test. Friendship versus competition. Love versus the will to win. By the end of this video, you'll feel like you were right there on the court with them. You know what's wild? 400 Warriors employees lined up to welcome Klay Thompson. That's not just a warm welcome, that's a hero's return. Imagine walking into your old workplace and seeing hundreds of familiar faces all there just for you. That's exactly what Klay experienced as he stepped into Chase Center.
The Golden State, Phoenix, and Cleveland. Who has the most sustainability out of those three?
They will get some type of home court advantage. Well, first of all, I want to give Kenny Atkinson some love in Cleveland, man. He's doing a fabulous job.
The record says they are as good as Phoenix.
That was
the record says they are as good as Phoenix.
I was going to say there's three teams that are kind of, not surprise us, but come out the gate faster than we maybe most people expect.
Those guys
ain't
are playing
doing
well.
nothing. Donovan Mitchell is playing.
You don't believe in coaching because you're a dummy.
I don't.
But I think Kenny Atkinson's done a fabulous job.
Klay walked in, trying to keep his game face on, but man, the crowd went absolutely nuts. It's like they forgot he was playing for the other team now. Klay's doing his best to stay focused, but you can see it in his eyes. This is hitting him hard. Everywhere he looks, there's another familiar face. It's like a family reunion, but Klay's wearing the wrong jersey. You can almost feel the conflict inside him. He's here to compete, but these are his people, you know? Then the Warriors drop the big one, a tribute video. It's playing on the big screen, and Klay's fighting back tears. They're showing all his best moments, all those incredible shots, those championship celebrations. It's got to be surreal for him, watching his own highlight reel in a place that used to be home.
And a lot of the emotion that went into it, and it comes right down to the last possession. And Golden State, a winner 120 to 117.
Oh, mismatch.
Steph stepping back for two.
He makes it look.
Steph,
Tell you what,
why would you? I hate that switch.
I was just getting ready to say that, Kenny. As great as Steph is, if you're oh my goodness.
Look at this guy, Luka.
Damn. Oh, give me that.
Draymond with the block on Najee Marshall.
Draymond played very well tonight, Ernie.
Yes, he did.
Man, my man looking like Andre Iguodala on that layup.
The fans aren't done yet. They give him a standing ovation that seems to last forever. Klay, being Klay, responds with that signature shoulder shrug of his. It's like he's saying, yeah, I know, I'm pretty awesome, but you can tell he's touched. After the game, Klay opens up about the experience. He says it was totally unexpected and put a smile on his face. He even admits it was surreal and calls it a night I'll never forget. That's Klay for you, always keeping it real. But here's the thing, all of this is just a pre-game show. The actual game hasn't even started yet. Klay's been through this emotional roller coaster, and now he's got to switch gears and face off against his old teammates. You can feel the tension building. This isn't just any game. This is personal, this is emotional, this is going to be intense. Remember that feeling when your best friend moved away? Now imagine that friend coming back, but as your rival. That's exactly what Steph Curry felt when Klay Thompson returned to Chase Center. You think the pregame was intense? Just wait till you see what happens next. Steph and Klay are about to go head to head, and it's not just another game, it's personal, it's emotional, and it starts with a moment that'll make your jaw drop. The game tips off, and within 15 seconds, boom, Steph fouls Klay. Can you believe it? Steph later admitted, I blacked out on that one, I wasn't gonna let him score, and I fouled him. That's how you know this game is different. Steph's so fired up, he's not even thinking straight. But here's where it gets crazy. Steph and Klay start trading threes like it's old times. Except now, they're on opposite teams. It's like watching two brothers who grew up playing in the backyard now facing off in the NBA Finals. They're raining threes, combining for 11 in total. The crowd's going wild with every shot. You know what's even crazier? Klay tries to do Steph's signature shimmy celebration, but Draymond Green, never one to hold back, calls it terrible.
He wanted this game. Ooh, tough.
Too little, too little.
Ooh.
Steph.
Oh,
Oh, come on. Had a 22-point first half.
give me
Play for three and a little something extra for you.
Oh, we missed that.
some. He's
shimmy,
on
yeah.
fire, Ernie.
Yes, he is.
Let me tell you something.
63-59
Oh, my God,
Dallas
look at that.
at the half. Go to the third. That was Trace Jackson Davis. And then there's three from Steph.
Better step out on that screen.
Can you imagine? Your old teammate roasting your dance moves in the middle of a game? As the game goes on, it's getting closer and closer. Everyone in Chase Center is on the edge of their seats. Who's gonna come out on top in this showdown? Then Steph does what Steph does best. He takes over in the fourth quarter, scoring the Warriors' final 12 points. It's like he flipped a switch and went into God mode. And after he hits the game-winning shot, Steph yells right into the camera, "You ain't wanna stay here." Talk about adding fuel to the fire. But you know what makes this even more intense? Draymond spilled the tea after the game. He said Steph was extra fired up because Klay had ghosted him before the game. Can you imagine? Your best friend, your splash brother, not even texting you back before the big showdown. In the end, Steph walked away with 37 points and the W. But this game was about so much more than just the score. It was about friendship, rivalry, and the crazy emotions that come when those two collide on the biggest stage in basketball. Wow, what a night. Steph may have stolen the show with his clutch performance, but Klay, he stole everyone's hearts. It's crazy how things change, right? Even the greatest teams evolve, but some bonds, they're unbreakable. You know what's wild? Steph and Draymond couldn't stop gushing about Klay. Steph called it an honor to play with him for 13 years. Draymond was all, "Welcome back, brother." It's like they forgot they were opponents for a minute.
How are you going to stop it? Kyrie starting to heat up.
Oh, Steph, you back.
Ooh. And Dallas
Dunk
right
that.
there with him.
Thought he was going to dunk that.
Play. And then Curry here. What a great look to Jonathan Kuminga. 83-76.
That kid got so much potential.
Luka.
Ooh, and one.
Oh, right back up. Give me something,
107,
Klay.
105, and then look at that. Yes,
something,
remember when you
Klay.
used to say that all the time,
Yeah, I
Chuck?
did.
110, 105.
Well, he wanted this game so bad, but this man was not going to have it tonight.
Yeah.
But the best part? Klay summed it up perfectly. I felt the love from the fans. A night I'll never forget. Man, you could feel the emotion in his voice. This game wasn't just about basketball. It was about family, memories, and a bond that goes way beyond the court.